It's day 23 of Black History Month. Today we'll be talking about one of the women leaders of the Black Panther Party, Kathleen Cleaver. Now, Kathleen was born in Dallas, Texas in 1945. She ended up moving to Tuskegee, Alabama when she was 3 years old. We know Tuskegee, the Tuskegee experiment, heavily segregated Tuskegee. Her dad ends up getting a new job that causes him to move around a lot. So they moved to places like the Philippines, Sierra Leone, Liberia, just to name a few. She ended up graduating at the top of her class and attending college in Philadelphia. Now, when in college, she had a friend. Now, this friend was interested in things like the Student Nonviolence Committee and the Civil Rights Movement. He started attending rallies and stuff like that. One day, this friend was on his way home. He stopped at a gas station. He went to use the bathroom that was segregated. He was told no colored. He ends up getting into it with the gas station clerk. The gas station clerk ends up executing him, shooting him in the head. 2 days later, the gas station clerk is found innocent in this heavily segregated town. This radicalizes her. She drops out of college. She joins the Student Nonviolence Committee. She starts her civil rights progress. She meets a man named Eldridge Cleaver. Eldridge Cleaver is a famous Black Panther Party member. Me personally, not a fan of the guy. Look into his history with raping women. Now, she wasn't aware of his history at this time. He wasn't open and honest about it until he wrote his book, but disgusting guy. Anyways, they end up moving to Oakland, California and joining the Black Panther Party. And it was here that she started making a name for herself. She became the communication secretary. She became a key advisor on an advisory board that made the decisions for the Black Panther Party. I mean, when Huey Newton got locked up and that whole Free Huey movement happened, which we spoke about a week or so ago, it was her who spearheaded that movement. Even though her husband, Eldridge, and Huey weren't seeing eye to eye, she spearheaded that movement. Now, there was a time where the Black Panthers ended up getting into a situation with the police that ended in a shootout. Lil Bobby Sutton, a 16-year-old Black Panther Party member, treasury leader, ends up getting shot and killed. This affected her deeply, but her husband was also involved and he had to flee the country. Her loving him, she fled the country with him, and they ended up having two kids while they were outside the country. Her husband and Huey were getting into it at the time, not seeing eye to eye, so her husband left the party. She and her husband don't see eye to eye after a while. She leaves him, she comes back to the States. She goes to Yale and gets her law degree. She gets her law degree and she starts fighting for Black people in the law, in the court system, right? She ends up becoming the lawyer that fought the case and ended up getting Geronimo Pratt out of prison, who was wrongfully convicted for over 27 years for something he did not do. And she continued to put the work in for the rest of her life. She is still with us. She's 80 years old. And as I say at the end of every video, know your history.